Some people age like fine wine, and there are others who get finer but refuse to age. And I have one such person with me, Mr. Anil Kapoor. My editor wanted to know what's the secret behind your ever youth looks. Like, genuinely wanted to know about it.
I think somewhere, there's no formula to it, and I just feel that I'm blessed with a certain genetic quality, and I want to thank my father, my mother, my grandparents, who somewhere gave me. I came from a family tree which was healthy, and were happy people and innocent people. So that innocence, that honesty, and that it's coming from there. So I would try to give the credit to my ancestors, So
that's the
full credit to the ancestors.
And happiness.
And happiness, yes.
Yeah, being happy is very important.
I know, you have to work towards it. Life is all about trying to find the right things which make you happy. And there are certain people who work towards being unhappy. They love it. Depression goes later. I said, so I work towards, what is that, obviously I'm always learning and trying to, think about different things, different ways, different people. Some people make you happy. So I keep on finding people that, ye mujhe hasa sakega, isse main kuch seekh sakunga, And and I've got a great family, some good friends, and done some good work, and hope to do some good work in the future also.
But one thing that you have to take some credit for is the fact that even in today's time, 4 decades, almost 4 decades in the industry, when a film comes out, however young the actor is, the movie always remains an Anil Kapoor film. And same holds true for Mubarakan. So how do you
no, that's not true. I've done so many films where, which, I'm part of those films, and
yet you stand out.
No, it's not necessary. There are certain films I've not stood out also. And but it's fine, there are certain films where sometimes those characters are such, but I never really go into a film that it's only I, me, myself. It's the overall film, which because if everybody works, then I work. If I work, I think the film doesn't work. So it's very important for everybody to work. So that's always been my way at looking at things. If you see both the races, race 1, race 2, if you see Mission Impossible, if you see Karma, if you see so many of the films which I've done where I'm just part of an ensemble, but it was great fun doing that ensemble because they were usually successful. And what you have to pray to God, कि वो picture chalni chahiye. Nothing succeeds like success.
Absolutely.
So that's very important. And of course, you alone cannot do that. So you need that, and I'm not trying to be humble. I mean what I say. Neither do I take praise. I'm happy if someone praises me. Of course, nobody who's not happy. And sometimes if they criticize me also, I take it positively and try to improve myself. So that's been my life. That's been my career. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I will try to maintain that. You have, so it's been great.
You're working for the first time with Arjun Kapoor. So what exactly got you to say yes to Mubarakan? And he's been one of the fortunate family members to have gotten an opportunity to work with you first.
Mm-hmm. See, Mubarakan is, it's the whole team has been, it's a mix of experience, it's a mix of youth, and the technicians, the actors, the producers, the studio, everything just fell in place in this film. So I think that's what is great about this film, because there are some, like there is Athiya, there is Ilyana, there is Arjun, there is the other young actors also. There's a kid over there, a young girl, and there are other actors. There are great actors like Ratna, Pawan Malhotra. So it's a great mix of. And then Rani's Bazmi, most important, who's got a great track record, and not only because he's got a track record, that he's been fortunate that he's given blockbusters, and people have loved his films, but somewhere I think he's a good guy. He's a good human being, and his writing is so fantastic. He's a great writer, and the first time after a long time, he's working in a film where, he's there as a writer also, but he's there more as a director. And there's another writer whose story I heard and whose screenplay I heard, and I felt that अगर इसमें अनीस बाज़मी आ जाए, इसमें अर्जुन कपूर आ जाए, इसमें ये सब अतिया एलियाना ये सब आ जाएं, प्रोड्यूसर अच्छा हो, ये सब हो, तो ये सब, तो everything just fell in place.
And talking about the film, it's about wedding. There's comedy and all of that.
Yeah, it's all about celebration.
And weddings can be a little crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have any real life memory of a wedding where
The best wedding which I can remember was not crazy but a lot of fun, was Raj Kapoor's eldest daughter's wedding. You know, I was a kid and I was there at that wedding, and who's who from the world was there, and every Indian star was there, from South India, from Bengal, from Mumbai. Everybody was there, bureaucrat, politicians, and there were romances happening. There were fights happening. You know, little bit pillow fights we used to have as kids, and you know, and drinking and eating, and you know, a lot of fun. You know, a lot of fun. So I remember that wedding very well. That's the best wedding experience of my life. And of course, this film has got everything. You know, I feel I think we've hit the bullseye.
Yeah. Okay, there's another thing that I read somewhere is that from every movie set, you kind of pick up like a memento. You take like...
Yeah.
So tell us, what did you take from Mubarakan sets?
Don't tell anybody.
No.
A lot of things.
Like?
Like, you know, there are a lot of stuff which I personally went and shopped.
Oh.
You know, personally, I chose, you know, what I do is when I go, when I travel anywhere on this globe, I never buy clothes for myself. I see what my next character is, and accordingly I keep on you know, and my wife is fed up with me. You know, what are you doing? What are you buying? I say, I'm not buying it for myself. Shayad ye is character ko acha lagega. So in this film, I've shopped in Paris, I've shopped in London, I've shot in I think quite a few countries in Europe, and you know, and of course there are stuff which I had from my previous films also. There are certain stuff from the previous film which I worn in this film. I'm sure people don't remember it that I've worn it in that film, so I mixed and matched.
What's the craziest thing that you've taken and your wife is like, you really got this for yourself?
Craziest thing is some crazy jackets which I bought, yeah. You have to see to believe it. And certain jackets were so crazy that even the director rejected me. Wife rejected it, and the co-star also rejected it. I said, you can't wear this, yaar. Then I realized, yaar, itne paise de diye, yaar, waste ho gaya. Abhi tak wo cupboard mein latka hua hai.
Okay.
Yeah.